What is wrong with public service?
You cannot be shuffled if you're delivering, or maybe you are over-delivering.
I was over-delivering, so I was asked to go and donate my skill to other places.
So it's like, oh my God, wow.
Can I ask you some questions?
Please come.
Before I became Minister for Public Service, what did you know about public service? What did you know?
You know, the fact that your face is very recognizable.
Handsome.
Then you've been in the...
Did you say handsome?
Talk
Okay.
But, yeah. But the fact that people see you and they remember you, like, umesema kwa story ya Msando you are... So, what ukiona umemali wana pay attention, it doesn't mean it's delivering. Kuna watu wakipindire.
So, let me leave it to Kenyans to judge, but I think I'm very proud of my record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
are petty.
If I find you somewhere near this, outside here, this show, but it's okay.
Adi, you are saying DP has refused to take tea?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, I have my differences with the DP.
Okay.
Does not mean that we are not respectful.
Okay.
I don't support his...
But chai?
Yeah.
Okay. So you was to take it by force?
No, you see.
Kama mtu ataki chai.
How can you be so paranoid? Kwani nani atakutafuta? Mtu paranoia. Yani nini sasa? Kwani utakufa mara mbili? Wacha tuachie hiyo hapo. Thank you, Obinna.
Wait a minute, kidogo. We have like 5 more questions. We're wrapping up. Take a quick fire. The last one from this person.
For me, Obinna, Mheshimiwa, first of all, thank you very much. We appreciate what you're doing. Just a brainer. You said that at the end of the day, democracy is going to win. The biggest problem that we have as young people is that even the MPs who have voted no, when they go back to their constituencies, we have seen the public and their constituents fiercely, standing and saying that you did not represent us. So at what point, because even when the president was elected, I think the first thing that he said is that it doesn't matter, kama ulinipigia kura ama haukunipigia saizi, I'm representing the people. So really, at what point is this democracy going to win if, the voice of the people is not going to be heard? Second,
at what point will democracy win if the voice of the people is not being heard?
At the ballot.
Or at the ballot?
At the ballot. It's the only way for democracy.
Okay.
It's the ballot.
Okay. Sawa. Yuko sawa.
Second Tuesday
of
August 2027. Mark your calendar.
Okay.
Na usipotelee kwa shisha usahau.
Okay.
Second thing I think is the issue of fair trade and policies.
Issue of fair trade and policies.
We have seen, just as recently as I think yesterday or last week, we have seen an official from the office of Musalia being arrested because of demanding bribes to investors. And Mheshimiwa, kusema kweli, tuambiane tu kweli, isio kitu imeanza jana. So I think the most annoying thing and what is causing this amount of rage in the young people is people are saying no more corruption. At what point is this going to stop? Can you imagine we did pay the Eurobond 3 days before time with the massive looting that is happening in government right now? What if the government had just decided to commit all resources to the right channels? How much more can we achieve as a government, as a people? And that is the thing the young people are saying, and that is why there is no leader, because we don't want anybody to be corrupted and to come and say that, he or she is representing us. So to decode it, Mheshimiwa, the young people are tired of the dynasties, they're tired of the corruption, they're tired of, people imposing themselves as
Summarize.
So Mheshimiwa, in short, yeah, wacha tukutume kwa urezo.
Oh, okay.
And I agree with everything you've said. I have nothing meaningful to add. And young Kenyans will be justified to be tired of those things.
Yes.
And they need, mimi utanituma kwa urezo nitamwambia, wewe wacha nikutume kwa Gen Z, wachukue kula, watutoe.
Tunataka kujua what happened to servant leadership.
Yes, and
what happened to yeye kupata hata ile kitu ya Mkenya halisi peke yake. Hana tunaona tu watch za 55 million.
Sasa
maneno ya Transoia.
Sasa mnaona by keeping away from this political discourse as young people, unaona what kind of genius you are denying us? Those wonderful points. It's what we want now.
Reverse psychology is fine. Very smart about it. Reverse psychology ametugeuzia.
Because the
hiyo message unamtuma haitaenda.
Haitaenda.
Haitaenda. Guys,
anatusikiza lakini even the people closest advisors to him are still dismissing what young people
No, it is wrong to dismiss.
so now
And by the way, a strong and immovable object met an irresistible force. So hata kama kuna mtu hakutaka kumove, hii force ya Gen Z hata nyinyi mmeona si kidogo. So wacha tuendelee.
Mheshimiwa, let me answer the Gen Z friend of mine for you. If people are in the street for over a week saying no, we don't want this bill, and it's still being shoved down our throats, do you believe us now telling Mheshimiwa Yati, go tell the president this, you think he,
Sasa
it will not?
Shove ya nini by your own MP. Si wewe tunajishofu. Nani hapa hana MP?
Kama MCP wamenunuliwa.
Ala.
We don't want them. We want to recall them. Is the other wameficha ma clauses huko ndani sio kwa recall
Stop
technical.
becoming escapists, guys. Come and take up your role in nation, in the affairs of this nation. You have the numbers more than
So
us.
from what you are saying basically
You have
is
my
now
numbers.
every solution we have to wait until 2027.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because you have a chance. Na
Okay.
mkimizi your bus, hata hiyo itapita.
Guys,
Chukueni kula, tupelekeni nyumbani.
Let me pick 2 random questions from the fans that are watching online. Hapa imetosha. We cannot, no, monopoly, bro. No, it's okay. Let me pick at least 2 from here. We have 9.2 thousand people watching. Let me pick at least 2. We can't have monopoly in studio. Kindly. Okay? Okay. Kuna mtu hapa anasema... No. Hiyo nini. Guys, serious question. Ask Mesh, as a CS, what are his merits to hold the position ama yeni kubarikiwa? That is Evelyn Copper.
First of all, I'm a very blessed person. I'm a former altar boy. And I grew up in the church. But above that, I'm a very educated person. I'm very traveled. I'm very experienced. I've been a banker, technology, many continents. I have what it takes. I bring in a lot of exposure to my job.
Okay.
Yeah. Ya mwisho sasa.
Oh, so that's it? Okay.
CV yangu ni ndefu, utalipia sasa advert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Final question. Does the government care about its people?
It does.
How?
It does.
How?
It does care about it.
It's not listening.
It does care about its people. It doesn't have to listen in the way you exactly think, but we are a very diverse country.
Do you believe in this government that you are in?
Absolutely.
You believe in it that is delivering to its
seat
people?
you are sitting on this show. That's
This is
how much
not-
I believe it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Asante.
Haya, Mheshimiwa ametoroka interview.
Kula tena uninyime.
Oh, yeah. What are you wearing that is Kenyan made?
Hapa kuna kitu ya Kenya lakini nalipa taxes sasa, hizo mimi silalamiki. Sasa shida yako ni nini? Sasa unaona sasa ndio tunasema freedom of choice. Unaona?
Haya. So when you are the CS of trade, when umesema we are wasteful,
Yeah.
but you rented offices huko to Rivers
What's wrong with
against the directive of the government that office watu wa gavana inafaa kuwe pali
do
fulani.
you know how much I was paying in that office?
I have no idea.
0. Go back to record.
Oh, so
Zero.
ulipatiwa donation.
Nilipatiwa donation because people thought that the agenda you were doing was more suited for
So
them.
mtu akakuita akakwambia chukua ofisi for
Yeah,
free.
and by the way, it's a government office. That company which owns that building, it's owned predominantly by Kenyan government.
Okay.
Yeah, government is the largest shareholder of that one. It's like kukuuliza kwa nini unaenda home.
Okay. Aya. How are you supporting Kenya manufacturers since nothing you're wearing is Kenyan? You're an importer.
I'm putting laws, I'm putting policies, I'm putting taxes. I am going to ensure that. By the way, why are you not mentioning my industrial parks? Every corner of the country, I started industrial park. 32 out of
I'll get to
47.
that. I have that in the
32
conversation.
out of 47 counties.
And
in
they are
this
not
country.
functional.
Yeah?
They are not functional.
No, they
I'll
are in
get
the
to that.
process. They are in the
They are
process.
not functional.
They are in the
Mheshimiwa,
process. At least when I was there.
I have my receipts like
give
this.
it to me. At
No,
least-
umesema I started. Nyinyi ni wale wa okay, stadium. So mnaenda mnasema ndio hii alafu it's not functional but it's a shell. So yes, you say industrial parks, but none of them is functional.
No, let me say something. But then we are not behind schedule. We are not behind schedule. And I do believe that by the end of this year, take it from me, in 6 months' time, all the industrial parks will be functional. At
6
least
months time.
6
Pia wewe
months time.
umeanza mambo ya 6 months time.
Okay, 5 months. But I am very sure of what I'm saying. I am very sure. I am extremely sure of what. Because why hiyo kitu sio mambo ya kazi, my friend.
No, but
that's part of my legacy and my legacy for this country.
But in your legacy, you believe, and I'm like, the fact that you're believing means you've not put strategy enough, because hope is not a strategy.
No, I'm following up, by the way, Obinna. I can tell you every place I went, whether it is Riwa in Homa Bay, whether it is Alego in Siaya, whether it is, Rumuruti in Laikipia, whether it's in every place that I open industrial park, I will see to it that it gets completed, and not in infinite period, but within this calendar year.
Yeah.
Because, and when that happens, this country will change. This country will start changing. This country will now start distributing jobs.
Let me throw a spanner in the works. Why were you shuffled from trade?
Because it's prerogative of the president to shuffle.
Kwa street.
Yeah.
Tumesema tutaki.
Yeah.
Day 1, day 2, day 3. Mumeka tu chini na president tu mnatusoma tu.
My brother, there is nothing wrong with the finance bill.
Yes, but tumesema tuitaki. You see those people in that house? They are our representatives. They're supposed to air our grievances. But hao wamesema, mimi nimeona iko sawa. Umeona kama nani?
But there are people wanataka.
There are people kama wanataka, mbona wanawasalimia?
Let me tell you something. No, Agosalimia is okay, it's allowed, but it's not necessary to jam people's phones with spamming. But people can do it. The thing is, a finance bill has no problem. If you see the list of the things that people raised about the country, wastage, larges, bigger government, watches, all these other things, yeah? They had nothing to do with the finance bill. Yeah, ukweli.
The main problem we have as a country is wastage of resources.
Yes.
But here is another finance
and
bill.
And the president acknowledged that. And we acknowledge
but
also.
We don't want it to acknowledge. We want it to sort it.
Yes.
Now the problem is,
we acknowledged and sorted it.
We've not sorted it yet. We still have a lot of money that's being lost in avenues. We have, what are quote-unquote offices and private ways that money is being spent and everything that's happening.
All that must be sorted.
But here is another finance bill that someone is saying, no, this one is good. And we're like, no, we still have money here that we don't know where it's going. But someone's like, no, we just need more money for us to sort ABCD. So approve this finance bill. You see now, up on the kuna shida.
No, and I agree with
Nobody has a problem with paying taxes.
I agree with you there, up to there, that there are certain wrong things that we need to sort, and we have acknowledged as a government. And this opportunity that presented itself was great, so that we can, with the issues raised by the young people, and by the way, it was like all the Kenyans, but led by the young people, has given us an opportunity to sort some also other problems that we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but then the things that are not in the finance bill, like the land bill, Legacies, and all that, also contributed to the finance bill, but originally was not in the finance bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So way forward?
As I told you earlier, way forward is fast. If you sin, you must confess. But not just confess. I saw some of my colleagues in Parliament just saying, oh, yeah, Parliament has this. Also reject. If you are getting allowances that are wrong, return. Let's be people who also in actions. People like myself, as I told you earlier. If your lifestyle, behavior is hurting other people, leave it. Focus on the things that benefit people. Okay. And I told myself, I have acknowledged my problem. I will also change.
If people ask you to step down, would you?
If I have failed in my responsibilities, I will not wait, I will.
Okay.
Yeah. If I fail in my responsibilities, you don't even need to prompt me.
Okay.
Obinna, I work very, very hard. Very hard, because I know where I came from.
Okay.
I know the ethics that comes with working with President William Ruto. I work, my friend, I wish you can spend only 1 week with me. I have a schedule of things I tick. When I sit in the office, I first look at my flagship project, and I make my calls on the flagship first. How far is the airport? How's the procurement for the dual carriage? I ask myself, how is the issues related to the railway? How is the issues related to the port? How I look at first my dream things, then the normal maintaining things here and there, the normal ministry related things I can follow at a given day and can be followed by others. But there are certain things that I want to achieve that must be delivered. I work very hard.
Okay.
I work very hard. And I believe that hard work will pay.
Okay.
I believe also that my colleagues whom we work together in the cabinet, my PSs that we work together, the MDs and so forth, if genuinely, even in camera, even in my absence, were asked to testify about my effort, they would testify about how much I have done to bring the ministry to order, to the level that where we are.
Okay.
But somebody told me the other day he saw it in one of the shops, 13,000 and so forth. Depends.
G-Shock?
Yeah, this is a G-Shock.
13,000?
Yeah, yeah. How much is it? And where you bought it?
Mi G-Shock yangu tofauti. Mi yangu ni zile zingine, but it's not 9,000, but it's mambo.
Lakini imelete pia.
Ipi ameleta mambo.
Juzi when I watch it, when I owe it, it quickly, it was like 400,000, 700,000. So it has its own total
Hii
problem.
ni shamba hii.
Yeah?
Hiyo ni shamba.
Wakasema ni shamba.
Hiyo ile ingine ilikuwa pesa ngapi?
The other one was expensive. Yeah, let me just say the truth, because
nothing but
there's
the truth.
There's no point of lying. That is not the truth. But it is not the cost that people present on social media, and the reason is because it was sold to me by my friend. Okay, there are two watches that keep popping in the social media. The first one, yeah, I bought it. Not as expensive as they talk about it. The second one, a friend of mine came and said, because he saw the other one on social media, he came and told me, I sell watches. Yeah? Do you want me to sell you Rolex? I said, yeah, why not? Yeah? He said, yeah. He sold me at a third of the price. Yeah, 30% of the price that is being used on social media, or thereabout. And he even gave me time to pay it slowly. No, that's true. That is true. And so recently I asked him, my friend, first you put me in trouble. And I'm sure he's watching. I hope he's watching. So I told him, my friend, you put me in trouble. But most importantly, why did you sell me this watch this cheaper than what people are saying about the watches in the market? He told me, I wanted to keep it for myself. But I didn't want to also to give you for free. I wanted you to feel like, you've spent something and valuable to you to take this watch. So, of course, he told me, yes, it is true. It is costing as high as some of the figures that I see on social media. So, Obinna, let me tell you something. In life, in this life that we live in, there are things that sometimes are vanity that you find yourself, you end up buying. For example, shoes. My wife, if we travel to her to a shop after church, and there's good shoes that are somewhere, she will tell me, hey, don't look that side, turn this way. In fact, now my children know. We go together, even the smallest ones, they say, Dad, don't look at that side, look at this way. Why? Because they know if I see a good shoe, I may forget that I was supposed to go and buy unga and buy the shoe. So you get yourself at home and you're like, the things that you wanted to buy that are very primary to you, why did you leave it and you go and buy something else? The truth, and I don't want to lie to you, the truth is that every human being, including yourself, there is that thing that diverts you away from using the resources you have to invest on something better. I appreciate the comments that have come from Kenyans to say, why are you wearing an expensive watch or an expensive shoes? And it is true. Had I taken this money, perhaps to invest in money market, to buy something in bonds and so forth, maybe it would have had me interest and move and do something else. Had I used that money to expand my avocado farm, maybe I would earn a few dollars by exporting those avocados and so forth. But once in a while in life, I really want to tell all Kenyans that have faulted me for wearing those watches that is my weakness. But I am willing to correct myself, because there is a verse in the Bible that says, if there is something that makes you to sin, if your eye makes you to sin, remove it. If your hand makes you to sin, it better be cut out. If a watch or a certain type of shoes are going to make the people I serve, distract their attention from the key things that I must be held account to, and perhaps divert attention of a citizen or a family member or whatever. I have said this to my friends, that watch can stay. Yeah?
But yours is not
It
the
can
problem,
stay.
the watch or the shoe. The
Yeah.
problem is the money.
The money of that watch.
Where you're getting the money to spend it, because you have a lot of money that most people can't explain where it's coming from, and that's where the problem. People don't mind you wearing whatever.
Yeah.
But when you can't explain, that's when people are like, wait a minute. For example, let's just do a quick check. What's the most expensive shoe you have in your closet?
Most expensive shoe might be 70, 80,000.
Belt?
Belt 40, 50.
Never belt here 50,000.
Well, I want to be honest with you, yes.
Okay.
But I don't need to wear 2 belts in 2 years. 1 belt is enough. Ama, how many belts do you want?
Mimi niko na tatu za 50.
Havana, we
kuna 200.
ujui nunua belt moja ya
Ya
50,000,
50,000.
lakini nunua ya kupendua. Brown upande huu, black upande huu. We ujui bwana.
Aya, umeshani.
Na itakuwa ni quality. Sasa ukitanda the brown side, people think you have another belt.
Nipige tu hiyo 50.
Yeah.
Nikupange. Haya, the most expensive watch you have?
That which I bought with my own money.
Yes.
Well, it was almost like, I think if I remember well, because it's time now, it's about 900,000 or something, that watch, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was, I think, a summary of that, yeah.
Haya. So if we do the quick math, for
Yeah.
example, of this expensive watch, then the belt ya 50,000 tuko 950, then tucheze na viatu. Umesema viatu ni 80.
Yeah.
Let's round it off to
80,
100.
yeah.
So let's say 1.1 something.
Yeah.
Someone can leave the house anatembea hivi.
Yeah.
Unajua kutoka juu mpaka chini,
Yeah.
amevaa kitu kama 1.5 because baada ya hesabu shati.
Uvai yote safari moja, we ujui.
Oh, sasa sina ndajuaje.
Yeah, uvai yote safari moja, unapanga.
Ukitoka na saa ya
Ukitoa
1
na saa
million.
expensive, unavaa hii suit yako kidogo ya 20 or 30,000. So ile ingine ina
una balance.
ina balance.
So nakupata. So tuseme hii ndo siku umetoka na saa ya 900.
Yeah.
Then umevaa suti ya 30,000.
Yes.
Tuko
Maybe
930.
something, yeah.
Nini ingine?
Yeah.
Tai?
Tai ni
20,000?
kitu kidogo 20 hivi. Yeah.
20,000.
Yeah, thereabout.
Unavaa? Okay.
Sikia, that watch ukinunua, and let me tell you something that somebody told me, because I'm now obsessed with these things and studying and so forth.
Okay.
If you buy watch, hiyo ya
100,000.
900,000, you wear it for 20 years.
Also
So
una divide by the years.
You don't keep saying mwezi ujao another one, you know, something like that.
Okay.
Aya, if you buy your shoe, a nice shoe, you wear it for 2 years. Okay? If you buy a good belt, and I told you ununue yenye kupendua
Ya
upande
kupindua. Umesema unanipea 50,000.
unavaa hiyo 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Acha
So this is where I was
na bado
going.
unang'ara tu
Okay. So this is where I was going.
alafu unatafuta time nzuri na shine hivi
Ya 30,000.
15 20 inang'ara
Tai.
una survive nayo.
Wacha tusiingie personal. Haya.
But to be very honest, Obinna, I was free to tell you this story. Maybe I've even forgotten myself that we are in, other people are watching. I'm free to tell you this story because...
So niadjustia kaka mic kako kidogo.
Okay.
Hivi.
Hivi.
Kame tilt. No. Weke straight. No, this one, hold here. Hold this one. Then weka straight.
Sijajua hii sana, so nime...
Sasa Rube amefanya nini? Acha ni kuadjustie kidogo.
Okay.
Unajua umeongea juu ya tire. Acha nishike tire ya 30,000.
Hii si ya 30.
Oh, hii ni ya 50.
Hii leo
Eh.
leo kwa sababu nimekuja na G-Shock,
Yeah.
nimekuja na ya 15 or so.
Oh, hii ni ya 15,000.
Yeah. Sasa you are saying, I was telling you
Oni.
Tiny 15. That's what I was saying. What I was trying to tell you is that, you know, sometimes I find it very unfortunate, yeah, that you appoint somebody a cabinet secretary, okay? You're a former senator. You know, a senator in a month, yeah, would earn certain good amount of money. A lawyer who runs business, a farmer who has export of cash crops and so forth, like I do, a few investment here and there. Now, you appoint them to office, okay? They buy maybe one piece of a tie, one trouser here, or one whatever, or in his obsession, he has exported his few avocados here and there, buys himself a good watch or something like that. And you have so many public officers who have far much more valuables